Why Pin Should Stay in BFDIA 21 by me. She's interesting to watch. Fan favorite episodes star/focus on her the most, and it's proven. For example, BFDIA 14. She had her crash out. She got back her size, her face, and she got a cool mecha suit. Okay, BFDIA 18. She had her whole betrayal thing with Courtney. She betrayed Courtney, and she won the whole game. She won immunity. Okay. BFDIA 20. It just disappeared. She was betrayed. She had her whole argument with Courtney, and now she's up for elimination. Guys, and it's proven that these episodes are the most liked. I can go tell, like, a random BFDI fan, and they'll be like, I'll ask, what's your favorite BFDI episode? And most likely, it's one of these three, because these three are, like, the top three. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways. Villain arc. It's highly entertaining seeing her grow from a villain to a totally nicer and composed person in BFB. Like, imagine this. Just imagine Pin, her whole drill thing, her whole mean, like, savage, rude, like, this whole personality, and then she changes from a completely, like, timid, kind of shy, insecure person, very nice person in BFB. Like, she's more quiet. Like, that's so interesting to me, and I want to really see that transition, because what does it take for someone that cynical to go from that to something so precious? I just need to see it. Also, too much silly. We have too many silly characters. Everyone's so silly and whimsy and joyful. I don't think that's bad, but we need more blunt and kind of like mean characters. Like, not because, oh my gosh, I like rude people. They're just way more entertaining. Like, everyone's too silly these days. Like, being silly is not the only thing that matters, guys. We need some interesting. We need something to mix it up. So, I just really like interesting characters. And just because someone is mean doesn't mean that they're bad, okay? Doesn't mean that they're a bad character. They're just mean because of things that have happened to them. And maybe sometimes there's no thought behind it, but Pin clearly has her motivations and has her reasons. Villain Pin is the best we have as an antagonist. You don't see antagonist competitors most often. For example, one is not a competitor in the season. Let me take another object show. Steve Cobbs is not a competitor. So most like popular villains, I guess, are not actually in the show. They're just outside, just watching over the show. And I think this matters because since she's a villain and she's within the competition, that means there's so much more interesting interactions with the cast. So yeah. Funny. She has really funny gags, like Paprika and Toilet. Toilet! Who wants a toilet? Yeah. Apart from Fries, she's the one making most of the humor in the show. You know, she's very humorous. Like, just tell me, just give me one of her scenes, and, like, I'll giggle. Because that's how funny she is. Like, you cannot say that the whole, disappearing contestants thing wasn't funny. Or, like, the little, roasting tennis ball wasn't funny. Like, that was funny, guys. Just a minute. You chuckled. I know you chuckled. You little tee-hee, ha-ha here and there, you know. Let's have BFDIA stay funny with her savage attitude. And if she leaves, guys, BFDIA will be so, like, sauceless. I'm just gonna say that right now. Like, it will not be funny. Because she carries the jokes. Oh, no. 20 battery left. I don't care. Okay. It's just, like, she carries the jokes, and she makes it entertaining. Like, if she leaves, just imagine what the show will be. It's just, like, no paprika, no spice. Come on, guys. You know what to do. Potential. I don't like saying, like, potential a lot, because I feel like a lot of defending characters have this potential part where it's like, but if this happened, then this could happen. Then it never happens, and it's just, like, a what if. Like, what if aliens come on the Earth and abduct us right now, you know? But I think that this is a reasonable conclusion because they literally set it up. They set it up. And it's not like, but this could happen. And there's no mention of it and there's no indication that this will happen ever. Like, for example, like Lai. A lot of people say, but Lai has this potential. But it's never stated anywhere that she's going to do this or that will ever happen. But here, it's literally mentioned at the end of the episode. She has still so much more potential, especially with Leafy. A villain duo with Leafy and Pin could be so awesome to watch. And I'm not just saying this because, like, I like Pin. So I'm just going to say whatever. No, guys, just imagine. They're both having the same circumstances. Pin is getting isolated because of how she treats other contestants. Leafy is also isolated because of how she treated other contestants. Like, they're like two sides of the same coin. And it's so amusing to watch. And how Leafy says, it's just like me now. It just supports that idea. And so them working together could be so awesome for the challenge and for the competition. Like, just imagine that. I don't know about you guys, but that sounds so good. See, this is me if Pin got safe in BFDIA 21. Just a reminder. Coiny. Okay, guys. Before I get into this section, I just want to say, you know, this is all up into interpretation, but, you know, this is how I see things. And maybe you don't see it the same way, but I just really want to let you know that maybe you disagree with me, maybe you're on Coiny's side, but I just want to give my defense just in case it'll change your mind. She had a reason to betray Coiny and be like, oh no, you can't say that. Just hear me out, guys. Just hear me out. Because she knew that they would both lose if she helped him. At at first in BFDIA 18, she literally was worried about Wobetch getting disbanded, right? And Courtney encouraged the competition by saying, and made the best one win, or something along the lines of that. And then spat in her face and circled around. But, okay, fine, you want competition. Since they're competing alone now, it's established that they are apart now. Courtney still tries to play on her side and recovers her. But the thing is that he didn't have to do that. He shouldn't have done that because he should have won. Pin understands that only one of them can win. Only one of us can win, Who laughed? Anyways, only one of them can win now because they are apart in the game. And he still tries helping Pin like they're buddy-buddy. But the thing is, Courtney, you gotta be smarter than that. So Pin literally tells him to his face, if you wanted to win, then you should have recovered me. Because it's true. And you might be like, oh, Pin is ungrateful. No, she's being realistic. And this sets us up for the betrayal because it was either that she and Courtney lost and Pin loses trying to help Courtney, or that she doesn't help Courtney and she wins. And you might be looking at this like, okay, but the obvious choice is that she helps Courtney and they both lose. And the thing is like, no, because Pin wants to win and both of them want to win. And even though you may look at this and see, this is so cruel. How could you choose the competition over your best friend? Look, guys, she wanted to be competitive. And Courtney already established that they were being competitive at the start of the episode. So if she's just trying to enforce this idea, why is it so bad? And also, I just see it as her hatred for Free Smart being stronger. Of course she's grateful, but, she had to stop Book because I'm not saying she has a good reason for hating Book, but she does associate with Free Smart, and I guess Pin doesn't like that. But in conclusion, Pin's betrayal is not that bad and had reason to it. I'm just going to say that. Courtney had a chance for both of them to win immunity and decided to be petty. That's what it is. Of course, Courtney saw it like, I'm going to get revenge because Pin did this to me in BFDIA 18. But the thing is that Pin did it because it was strategical. But Courtney did it because he wanted to be petty and because of his emotions. I'm not saying one of them is right and one of them is wrong. Like, honestly, I think there's both sides, But the thing is, like, there's no reason behind his betrayal, like, logical reasoning. Not emotional, not like, I'm not talking about their relationship. I'm just saying it from a strategical standpoint. There's no, like, actual, like, strategy to it. There's just, I'm just gonna do this because I feel petty. And it was impulse. He didn't even think about betraying Pin until last second when the alien told him. So, I think that they both had the chance to win. And he decided to take her down with him. And, I don't know, it's just a bit silly. Also, at the end of BFDIA 20, when they're arguing, Pin says something along the lines of, and for the record, I did actually care, and then it's kind of muffled. But I think I saw somewhere that someone deciphered it, and it says that, for the record, I did actually care about you. And she's talking to Courtney, obviously. So, I think that she does care, and it's just like the competition, It's hurting her. It's hurting both of them. But, unfortunately, a lot of people don't notice these little things, okay? So, just hear me out on this. Just trust, guys. Trust me. If she won BFDIA, imagine a finale where Pin wins, and she wins the farm. All the pain she has went through, and all the bonds she has hurt just for a farm, just for this little island that she made. She would go back and realize, okay, I won, but there's like nothing, because remember, like, didn't the farm get destroyed? The farm got destroyed. Anyways, I battled for absolutely nothing. She would look back on her relationships with everyone else, and she would realize that it wasn't worth it, and she would try to become a better person. She'd be like, okay, I hurt all these people, so I need to try and make amends. I need to try to fix these bonds I've hurt. And that's where we get to IDFB, where she's trying to make friends with Fries, and making friends is so hard because in the past she's messed up. She was cruel to people around her. She was careless because of the competition, but she wants to fix this. And so she would transition from her old villain self to her BFB self, where she's much more quiet, nicer, and in general, much more insecure. That would be peak character development. Conclusion. I think Pin should say, due to her interesting direction, potential for great connections, funny moments, and her actions have some reason behind them. She's not just evil for no reason. She's gone through a lot through BFDIA. BFDIA, she was suffered for like 9 episodes. You know how much time that is? The wait time between episodes is canon, by the way, so she must have suffered for a long time. This does something to someone's brain, and her thought process is so interesting, and I just like seeing how she does certain things. And she's just an interesting character in general. Please save